YouTube? We're back. If you're new here, I'm Lindsay.
And I'm Victoria.
And today we're doing
my coming out story. Ding.
So we did my coming out story last week. If you haven't watched it, check it out before or after this video, it doesn't matter. And now Victoria's gonna share her story.
Yeah.
And I'm just here for moral support.
Are we just jumping into it? I don't like this.
This is your video, baby.
We'll never just jump into it, and when it's my turn, we just tell your story.
Okay, well, what you gotta say?
Lindsay is going to Tennessee this weekend with her homegirls, and I'm going to my homegirl's birthday dinner tomorrow, and then I'm going to Valdosta this weekend for a football game.
Go Blazers.
So yeah.
All right, you wanna jump into it?
All right, I guess we're gonna jump into it. So I'll tell y'all my coming out story. Let's start with when I knew I was gay. It's harder to say it like now that I'm out, because I can look back on so many situations and be like, I was a little gay.
That's what I said too, like,
yeah.
Now looking back, you know what it was.
Yes. And I also feel like it was harder for me to just know that I was, because I was also a tomboy. And so when you're younger, everyone just kind of almost forces you into that label. And because like they don't, you know, like family and friends, they don't want to just be like, oh, we think she's gay. I would say, I guess, a time where I really like knew that I was gay would probably have been, well, I wouldn't say gay. I would say bisexual, because at the time I still didn't think I was gay. I think it was just easier for me to say that I was bisexual. So once I started to realize I was bisexual, I was probably in like 10th grade. Yeah, I was in like 10th grade. There was this girl in like a friend's friend group who every time we all hung out, I would kind of be just like hoping that she was there. Like I would be like, oh, is such and such coming to hang out? Like, I ain't care who else is going. I ain't care if it was 50 deep at the party. Like, is she gonna be there?
Right. And
like at the time, I just thought she was so cool, and oh, she's so pretty, she's so cool, everyone likes her. And in reality, it wasn't just that I was like gravitating towards. It was more so an attraction, but I didn't realize that. So I never really got to explore that because I ended up having a boyfriend. I didn't even want a boyfriend. Like, he had to ask me out probably like 5 or 6 times, and then I was finally like, okay, whatever. Like, I guess I have a boyfriend. Like, we can date. And then slowly but surely, we ended up dating forever. We were dating from high school until I got to college, so I didn't really have room to explore. And it's not like I was just like in this relationship thinking I was gay. I did consider that I was bisexual, but I also thought that I was in love with this man. I wasn't like thinking about cheating on him with a girl or anything like that. It was just like something that I kind of put to the back of my mind the entire time. And it wasn't until my freshman year of college, actually. Dang, that's not that long into college. Cause you know, they'd be like, college turned people out. It was like my freshman year of college. I wanna say almost the end of first semester. And I was on the tennis team at FAMU. Shout out to FAMU. I was on the tennis team.
Rattlers.
No, but for real, I was on the tennis team, and one of my teammates was like, oh, there's a girl on the softball team. No surprise there. There's a girl on the softball team that thinks you're cute. And I was just like, okay. And I got a boyfriend, and why? Like, I don't care. Like, you know, just thinking like, oh, I'm not gay. Like, girl, why would you even say that to me? Whatever. Hoopla, hoopla, hoopla. And I didn't say nothing else about it. She didn't say nothing else about it. We let it go. So then our first, like, I think it was a preseason tournament or whatever, because our season was in the fall. Yeah. I mean, the spring. So it was a preseason tournament, and we was at a hotel. And so, no, it was a preseason tournament. But before we went to the tournament, we went to Walmart to get snacks, like while we were still in like Tallahassee. And we ran into the softball girls. because like whatever, they was at Walmart. We lived in Tallahassee. Tallahassee only this big, so if you go to Walmart, you really gonna run into everybody at Florida State and FAMU. So we ran into them, and on the bus to go out of town, my teammate was like, "Oh, that girl texted me after she saw us at Walmart, and she wants to know, like, would you text her?"
Oh my gosh. I didn't even know all this.
You did it?
Well, I mean, I didn't know how, like, y'all.
Oh, like how it like came upon. So that's how it came to be. Cause Lindsay knows the story, but I guess she didn't know like
how y'all met.
Yeah, like how we like met. Okay, so on the bus ride, I didn't say nothing back about it. I was just like, oh, okay, like, cause basically she was like, tell her I think she cute. Like she said something like that again, so I was like, okay, tell her I said thanks, whatever. Like, you know, like I'm trying to be cute. Like I'm over here like texting my man on the phone, my man. Well, I put in quotations. That was really my man. We get to the hotel. My friend on the phone with her and her friends. And so I'm like, cause me and her were roommates because we were doubles partners on the tennis team. So they was on the phone or whatever. And the whole weekend, like I would kind of jump into conversations because they would get on speaker and then be like, what do Victoria think? And so I would get in the conversation, whatever. Fast forward, we get back to campus. You know, women move quick. So like this was literally all within like a 1 week time span. That day she told my teammate I was cute, that was like the week before. That weekend, she was talking about me again to her. Cool. So basically on the way back, my teammate was like, okay, she wants to know if she can get your number. And I was like, for what? Like mother gas. I was like, for what? And she was like, she just want to know if she can get your number. Like not on nothing gay. Like she just want to be friends. And I was like, okay. Mind you, I thought she was cute. Like I feel like I should have prefaced it with that. But let me just rewind. Freshman orientation. They're introducing all the athletic teams.
And you thought she was cute. Okay.
So then at that point, low key, I was on the inside like, dang, like she really being like that? Like she want my number like that? So I was like, okay, give it to her, whatever. Like we could be friends. She started texting me immediately. We was texting that whole week, but we wasn't texting about nothing. Like we was really just texting like, oh, how was your classes? What classes you got? Oh, what events you going to? Who you know, blah, blah, blah. Cool. This is week 2 of us even starting all this. She was like, do you want to watch a movie tonight? And I was like, yeah, but we had a match or something the next day. So I was like, you got to come to my dorm because I don't want to be late for my match. So she was like, okay, I'll walk over there. Why you looking at me like that?
I already know all this.
So she come over and I lived in a quad, so I was with literally 3 other girls in a dorm. So I didn't want them thinking I was gay. And I was like, oh, my new friend on a softball team is coming over to watch a movie or whatever. Like y'all can watch it with us if y'all want. And it just happened that 2 of them was like, oh, I'm going out tonight, I'm not gonna be here. In my head, I'm like, oh snap, like, okay, so only one of them was gonna be there. I was like, that made me feel better because I was scared, you know, like, I didn't like want to be gay. And like I was scared, so I was like, dang, it's only one of them gonna be there. And one of my roommates was like, girl, I'm finna go smoke, so I'm finna leave. But tell your new friend I said, hey, whatever. So I'm like, oh my God, it's gonna be just me and her. I didn't know how to feel, y'all. I was finna cancel. I think I was finna text her and be like, don't come no more. Like, I'm finna go out with my roommates, but she was already outside. And this was before we had cars, so you was literally walking miles across campus to go hang out with people. So I felt bad. So I was like, okay, I'm finna come down to get you, blase, blase. Boom. So I go get her. We come upstairs. I ain't had no TV in my dorm, so we was on a laptop watching a movie.
Classic.
Yeah. I had no TV. Like, this was really like broke college, you know, vibe. So I'm like, okay, we could watch the movie on my bed. Cause I ain't like me in a dorm. I don't have no couch. I don't have nothing. Like the thing about a dorm, the setup is automatically intimate. I cannot tell y'all what movie we watched to this day. No idea.
Well, what happened?
No idea. I couldn't tell you if it was like an animated movie, like
But why?
I don't know. Like, it's like I blacked
You guys
out.
watched the movie?
Yes.
Okay, so nothing happened. You just watched the movie.
We watched the movie, but it's like I wasn't really watching the movie. I was like
freaking out.
yes, but
Yeah.
it's like damn. I was on a freak out I was on a 2-hour blackout. Like
Yeah.
my body ain't know what was happening. I was on like a 2-hour alert. So she was watching a movie and I was low key just like watching her. And you know, like we watching the movie and we like kind of was laying down just like on our side, like on our back or whatever. And like, you know how it is when like you first start to like a girl and anything they do puts you like, ooh.
Yes.
So we were like laying down, put her arm next to me, baby. We was laying down like this and our arms was just like this, y'all. Like, put your hand up. Our arms was just like this. Like, nothing was happening. Maybe, like, she would do this on my hand. And I was there, like, shaking. So, boom, movie in. She was like, can you walk with me downstairs? I said, okay. We get downstairs. It's like we didn't know how to say bye. We get downstairs, and she was like,
oh, like, can you walk me to my dorm?
that sounds cute and all, but she lived in like the apartment dorms with the softball girls, and that was like literally I want to say a whole mile away. Which right now that we be running and stuff, that don't sound that far to me. But back then, a mile was like, oh my god, like girl, I'm doing what in the middle of the night? Cause it was like 11 p.m. So I was like, okay, I guess like a man to you, like I'm not gonna protect you on our way there, you know. Cause she was saying it in a way where like, oh, can you walk me cause it's so late?
Yeah. Like, what are you gonna do?
I don't know if it was my tomboy vibes, but I was gonna be doing absolutely nothing if somebody came to get us. So I walked her home, we talking, we vibing. It's getting a little bit more on the like tiptoe of flirting. But mind you, I have a boyfriend, so in the back of my head, I'm like, no, like you're like, this is just your friend. Like, we get to her apartment. So we was outside the apartment and I was like, just standing there because I didn't know what to say then. Because first of all, I gotta walk home by myself. Oh, my eyes watering like, I'm 5'2", what I'm gonna do? Wait, I'm about to walk home by myself. Because I walked you home.
Y'all were gonna go, just keep walking back, each other back and forth.
I said, I'm gonna go home. And she said, oh, can I get a hug? And I was like, okay. And then we had hugged like this.
Like that?
And then when I pulled away, she leaned in.
Like that?
Nah, trying to make out with me on the front of the step of the softball house. And I was doing it back.
Oh my god.
I get to my dorm. This is a moment where I started to realize, this was the biggest realization of my life that I was gay. I go in my dorm bathroom, y'all. When I tell you I had the most dramatic moment of my life. I get in the bathroom, it's nobody else, and it's a, what is it, communal? Communal bathroom or whatever. I get in the bathroom, it's nobody else there, because it's like 1 or 2 o'clock in the morning at this one. I go look in the mirror. I start wiping at my lips. I'm like, oh my god, you kissed a girl, what, like, what? And I'm starting off real slow. Like, you know, like when you get in an argument with your mama and you go in a room and you like fall down against the door like in the movies. Like, I'm real dramatic like that. So I'm like touching my lips like you really just kissed a girl. And I'm like staring in the mirror just like this. I'm like, oh my god. And then I started crying. I'm like, oh my god, you finna go to hell. Oh my god, you finna go to hell. Like, oh my god, I really was in the bathroom crying. Like, this girl came in the bathroom. She's like, are you okay? I was like, yeah, I'm fine. And then I was like, I'm finna go to hell. That felt too good. Something not right about it. Promise you, I was thinking it felt too good, like something not right.
Yeah.
So I was like sad. I was just like, whoa, like I think I might be gay. Cool. No, just like, you know.
Sad. You were scared.
I was scared. Yeah. I was very scared. I was thinking about a lot right then. Cause also, if y'all forgot, like I forgot, I was in a relationship. And not to defend myself, but it's not like he was the best person. I had been cheated on, so I didn't feel bad. I ain't gonna lie.
For cheating.
I didn't feel bad. I didn't feel like I cheated. That was my problem. So I had convinced myself that I wasn't cheating.
Because it was a girl.
Because it was a girl. I wasn't the only person with a boyfriend. She had a boyfriend too. So even at the time that she told my teammates she liked me and blah, 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 she had a whole boyfriend. But she was telling me like, oh, like he doesn't care. Like he said I can talk to people. And I was like, oh, okay. Whole time he ain't know. I continued that until I got in trouble with my man at the time. But I didn't get into that much trouble because she was a girl. So I was just like, okay, I'm done with that. I'm not gonna do that anymore. And so I just stopped. That surprisingly did not end that relationship. That relationship with the guy ended like on its own later on. So after that relationship ended, I was still very unsure of how to talk to girls. One, because I was still too scared to come out to my friends and family. So I didn't want to like talk to someone and then someone else find out through a friend of a friend, and then my mom knows, and like my sister and everybody happens to know, and then I have to come out. It wasn't until I took a summer job in California. Because when I went to California, I finally decided like, okay, here is where I truly determine if like this is something that I don't know, like I felt like that was where I would determine if I really was gay. Because there I got a chance to date. I would be on Bumble or Tinder and I would just kind of date around. I'm like really thankful for the girls that I dated out there because I felt like I got a more organic experience of dating a woman. It wasn't just like this like super sexualized relationship. Like it was like, oh, this is nice, this is soft, this is caring, this is women, I like it. I was just like, okay, like I'm not bisexual, like I'm pretty sure I'm a lesbian. So fast forward to college graduation. So this is the next year after I've been in California. I get a DM from this girl.
Me?
Yeah. Lindsay DMs me. And we start texting and talking all the time. Y'all already know our story. If you don't know our story, go to our How We Met video. That spiraled, and before I knew it, we were in a serious relationship. The thing about it is like if Lindsay talks about how I was when we first started talking, I was very hesitant about getting into a relationship because I knew that hooking up or dating other women didn't really matter if I didn't really have plans to marry them. Like I knew I wouldn't actually have to tell anyone. I could just do it whenever, whatever. But the thing was, dating Lindsay and falling in love with Lindsay meant something completely like life-changing for me. It was that hesitation that made Lindsay feel like I didn't really like her at first, when in reality I was just really scared. That was the main reason why I asked her to be my girlfriend, was because I knew that I had kind of pushed her a little bit in a way where I knew that she wouldn't feel comfortable asking me because I had made her feel like I wasn't sure. So I was like, okay, I'm gonna ask her to be my girlfriend. So before I asked her to be my girlfriend, like I wanted it to just all be out there, because even then I could feel that this was gonna be like something that was like, this relationship was gonna be what it happened to be, which is me knowing that this is the person I'm gonna marry. This is the person I'm gonna have a family with. This is the person that I can see, like I can see like my whole future. 100 miles per hour, that's the Raven vision, I could see it. Like it meant that I had to tell everyone in my life. And it's also because I wanted to tell everyone in my life. Like when this person walks into your life, you want to tell everybody that this person is in your life. The first person I told in my family was actually my sister, my little sister, who was 14 or 15, and we're very close. So I had to tell my family. My family is very accepting. Why does that not sound like a word? I feel like I'm saying accepting. Accepting is accepting. My family is very supportive. My mom, I like knew that she would be, well, I didn't know anything, and that's why I was scared. As far as me being gay, like my mom is very accepting. She loves Lindsay and our dog and Lindsay's parents. And she actually called me today. I was at work. She called me. I answered on my watch. Why I can't see you, why I can't see you. I'm like, I'm at work. She like, call me when you can. So obviously I'm gonna call you right now. So I go to the bathroom and I call her. I'm like, what's up? I got a TikTok idea for you and Lindsay and me and Lindsay's mom. And I'm like, girl, like, what? It's like, she swears she be having the most fire ideas. It's gonna blow up. It's gonna go viral. I'm very thankful that she's supportive. And my dad, so my dad actually, not that he wasn't supportive, I think he is just more so like, initially he didn't really understand. So when I first told my dad, he was just like, oh, like, is it a phase? He was taking it as a joke. Like to him, it was just like, oh, okay, like girls go through these phases and they do this and like, you know, have your fun. And I was trying to explain like, this person that I'm telling you about is my girlfriend. This is not a random girl I met at the club. It felt like he wasn't.
It's not fun at all, Dad.
No, like it's fun. Oh, we did meet at the club.
Yeah, we did.
Actually, Dad, I did meet her at the club. But in the end, he's also just as supportive as my mom. He's finally gotten to the point where he'll ask me like, oh, hey, how's Lindsay doing? Blah, 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 blah. And I'll be like, oh yeah, she doing good. We blah, blah. But like me and my dad aren't that close in general, so he don't even be knowing what I'm doing most of the time. So I just update him on me and Lindsay whenever we talk every couple of weeks. And my siblings, they were all very much like, we knew you were gay. So like my little sister, when I told her how I told her, I was like, oh, you know that girl I'm always on FaceTime with? And she was like, Lindsay? Yeah, like, cause they would talk on FaceTime. Mm-hmm. Like she would talk to Lindsay or whatever. So she was cool with her. So I was basically like, all right, sit down. Cause I didn't know how she was gonna react. I was very scared. I was like, all right, I needed to sit down. Like it's actually very serious. And I was like, so I like her, like, I'm gonna ask her to be my girlfriend. And she was like, oh my God, yes, I think she is so pretty and she would be so cute for you. And I was like, it couldn't have been better that she was the very first person that I told. Mm-hmm. My other sister was just like, okay. She don't really care. And then my brother, same thing. I never really came out to my other siblings. They just kind of were like, you're gay, okay. My brother didn't care. Lindsay was coming to all his football games with me and he would say, what's up, Lindsay? I think the hardest person in my family for me is my grandma. So my grandma, who I'm very close with, and I love her dearly. I think it's harder for her to understand it because of the religion that I was raised in growing up, like in a Black household. You know, I think that's the hardest part for me because we have such a close relationship. But she loves Lindsay, she adores Lindsay, she respects her, she's never said anything hurtful about her. She has never said anything to me actually about being gay. What it's been is she's finally learned how to use YouTube, so she'll send me a YouTube video of a pastor
doing a sermon.
Yeah,
doing a certain sermon.
Doing a sermon about the homosexual lifestyle. And I know in her mind, she's sending that to me because she loves me. But I also know like at her age and with how long she's been in the church, it's not gonna be something where I can just like flip a switch and she'll understand. So I think that makes me sad sometimes, definitely. But yeah, that makes me sad. But it's okay, it's okay. I'm okay, I'm okay.
She's the sweetest person.
Yeah, she is.
You know, and like you said, like Victoria said, like it makes you sad, yes, but you love her and you know that she loves you. And
Yeah.
like you said, like she's very religious. Like
Yes.
she loves her God. Like she loves, you know, and she loves you so much too. And she, like you said, genuinely thinks that, you know, it's not the right path. So
Yeah.
she's scared.
She's scared.
For you.
That's a good word for it.
Yeah.
She's definitely scared. Like, to give a good background on the type of like relationship my grandma has with the churches, she doesn't believe in secular music. She doesn't have a TV at her house. She doesn't own a TV. The YouTube on her phone is the most recent we've come to getting her to look at anything else. And she only searches gospel music, sermons. Gospel music, sermons, maybe a cooking recipe, maybe a little home remedy, gospel.
I was gonna say home remedies.
Yeah,
stuff.
she'll send me home remedies too. She doesn't just send me YouTube. She'll send me home remedies. She'll send me remedies for cramps. She'll send me anything that she knows I'm going through. It is what it is there. Like, to me, that was the hardest part of my coming out journey. I'm also very, I don't want to say religious because I don't necessarily go to church all the time, but like I'm very spiritual because of my upbringing. Me and Lindsay, we pray every night before we go to sleep, and like things like that. I just like, you know, we have a relationship with God. Being a queer woman and having that relationship, like I'm thankful that I can understand both.
Yeah, so how do you feel, now, I guess, and do you still identify as bisexual? Do you want to put a label on you? How do you feel now about being out?
If someone asks me what I identify as sexually, I typically say lesbian. I'll say lesbian or queer, but I'm definitely not a bisexual. For like the first couple months of me and Lindsay dating, I was still saying bisexual because I was so scared to be like completely with that realization of I'm never marrying a man. Now it's like, oh, thank God I'm not gonna marry a man. Those things are disgusting. Because they are.
Yeah.
They're disgusting and they're terrifying. All of them. Don't care. You can tell them I said it.
Good job, baby. Proud of you.
Thank you. Thank you for being with me in this video.
Of course.
I appreciate the support.
Of course.
I was nervous.
I know.
That is gonna wrap up our 2-part coming out story. Thank y'all for letting me go on this huge rant because I know that's what I do, but I like to give details. Let us know what kind of videos y'all wanna see next.
Thank you guys for watching. Don't forget to like, comment, subscribe.
Period.
Bye.